This coming Sunday is the 29th Sunday in Ordinary Time. Our Gospel is taken from Matthew's account, as we have been reading Matthew's Gospel during this year A of the liturgical season. It's a familiar passage. The Pharisees are trying to trap Jesus using a question about the temple tax. Let's take a listen. Matthew chapter 22, verses 15 through 21. The Pharisees went off and plotted how they might entrap Jesus in speech. They sent their disciples to him with the Herodians, saying, "Teacher, we know that you are a truthful man, and that you teach the way of God in accordance with the truth. And you are not concerned with anyone's opinion, for you do not regard a person's status. Tell us then, what is your opinion? Is it lawful to pay the census tax to Caesar or not?" Knowing their malice, Jesus said, "Why are you testing me, you hypocrites? Show me the coin that pays the census tax." Then they handed him the Roman coin. He said to them, "Whose image is this, and whose inscription?" They replied, "Caesar's." At that he said to them, "Then repay to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and to God what belongs to God." The Gospel tells us that the Pharisees were plotting how to trap Jesus in speech. Well, they began by flattering him. "Teacher, we know that you are a truthful man and that you teach the way of God in accordance with the truth. And you are not concerned with anyone's opinion, for you do not regard a person's status." What a setup. Jesus must have been wondering what was coming next after this flattering introduction. Maybe it was intended to distract Jesus, to get him to lose his focus. Jesus knows what they are doing and says, "Why are you testing me, you hypocrites?" He then makes the simple distinction by pointing to the Roman coin, that you can pay to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and to God what belongs to God. Jesus does not get caught in an either-or situation, which is where the Pharisees wanted to get him. If Jesus had said, "Don't pay the tax," then the Pharisees would have handed him over to the Roman authorities as an insurrectionist. As Christians who live in countries that have particular governments, a democratic republic here in the United States, for example, we are called upon to be good citizens and good, faithful followers of our religion. We are called to pay our taxes and obey the laws of our country. We are at the same time called to be true to our beliefs. Most often, these do not clash with each other. And yet there are some laws, especially those that involve a pro-life perspective, that the faith community continually protests against. There's a clear difference of opinion. Down through the ages, Christians have been good citizens, even giving their own lives during wartime to serve their country. We need to obey the law, but we also must be conscientious citizens who question the laws that we are asked to follow, how taxes are spent, how we care for the unborn, how we care for the elderly and those on the margins of society. There is much for us to reflect on in this gospel. It might at first sound simple, but it can be complicated to be a good citizen and to be a faithful follower of Jesus Christ. Let the gospel fill your week. See you in church. For now, God bless.